Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camping. Tactical Nut here, and yes, I'm back out in the woods. It has been a while, actually several months, and I can't tell you how bad I have needed this. Hopefully you can tell by this right here, I have a new pack to test out. This is called the Helikon Matilda. I'll give you a little bit closer look at it for a second. It's basically like a more modernized Alice pack. This was given to me by a buddy. He goes by Lionheart Outdoors on Instagram, so definitely give him a check out. I can't thank him enough because this was very cool of him to do so. Yeah, I mean, I definitely can't wait to get this one tested out. Got some other new gear. You can see right here, I do have a tarp. This is not going to be for hammock camping. This is just going to be set up as a shelter because it has been raining so ungodly much that I'm going to set this up just in case it rains. I don't expect it to, but one thing I am going to be doing, and what I have in the pack, is a new tent. I'll get that out for you in just a second once I get it set up so you can see exactly what it looks like. I'm very excited. I haven't camped in a tent in a long time, just because I've loved hammock camping so much and it's so comfortable, but I just really wanted to give out a new system. Well, give a new system a try. So let me get that set up and then I'll get back to you and we'll talk a little more about today and what we're going to be doing. All right, so got it all set up. I'll give you a quick walk around. Very quick and easy to set up, very intuitive. So, I mean, it comes with instructions inside the bag, but I'll tell you, you're probably not going to need them because you can really just look at it and tell. A couple of features that I do like is right down here. Oh, got this on the tripod. Make it's life difficult. See if I can help you out. Has buckles to attach to the rain fly. There's tie-offs on the inside for the poles. You got buckles on all four corners. That does come with some extra guy line in here. So if you can see these little tie-off points along the back, so if you were under a tree or something like that, you could tie it off and make it a little more taut. It is just a one-person tent because if you've watched all my videos, or at least a lot of them, you know that most of my camping is done alone. So that's all I needed. Does enter through the side, so you can pull this up, get it in this way. Gear pouch in here. I'm going to throw all my stuff in here in just a second, and then I'll bring it back to kind of show you what it looks like. But I think the weight on this is literally like 3.5, 4 pounds. So very excited about that, because if you're a backpacker, then the weight of a tent is extremely important. And of course, usually what comes with getting a lightweight tent is usually it's really expensive. I don't know the price on this one because it was a gift for Christmas, but I'm telling you, I think I'm really gonna like it. Now let me. All right, so I got my X-Longer sleeping pad and pillow in there. Getting out the Outdoor Vitals. This is a 35-degree synthetic bag. I really want it down, but with as much as it rains when I come out here camping, I started thinking that maybe going with a synthetic would be better. I have loved it so far. I've taken it on multiple camping trips. And so I think it's only supposed to get down to 40 tonight, so it should be fine. But if not, I do have the Klymit sleeping bag liner that I'll just keep on the inside here. If I feel like I need it, like getting towards bedtime, then I'll just throw it in. But this, there's not a lot of place for your gear, but if you notice that I always hang my bag on a tree. Anytime I camp, I usually hang it on a tree. I can put a rain cover over it, I can put a tarp over it, so I don't have to worry about it getting wet, and having my gear in here. So this is more of a minimalist tent. If you're wanting to store a lot of stuff, you're probably going to look for another option, but for what I need and what I'm doing, this is pretty cool. I'll probably try over the summer to see if I can set this up with just the fly and see if making it even more lightweight is possible, so that way you just have to have a really lightweight tarp and the rain fly to see. But been quite windy out here today, so sorry if everything keeps moving around, but there's the sleeping pad in it and the sleeping bag, and it literally goes about the whole length, so truly just a one-person tent, maybe a small child. I don't think me and baby Glock would be able to fit in here, but you know, this is perfect for what I need, and hopefully this is going to work out as much as I am anticipating that it's going to. All right, now I got to get some other gear out of the car and yeah, start getting ready for some real fun. All right, so as you can see here, got the tarp set up. I can just throw my pack in the chair when I go to sleep tonight if it starts, in case it starts to rain. There's the pack still hanging there. Yeah, stay forward to the tune to the review on this one, because I'm really excited about using this one. As you can see, it is quite windy, but hopefully this tarp, the Winterial, I think is what you would call it, I think it's going to be good. Only one way to find out is to get out here and test it, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm going to be doing some shooting in a little bit, so I'm going to be doing some hiking as well. I brought the AR. I had a buddy that had inherited a couple of pistols, so he wanted me to clean them up and then test them out to make sure they still function properly, so I'm going to be doing that. And of course, I forgot my universal holster that would have fitted both of them perfectly, because there's two of the same gun. But I'm just gonna work out something else. But yeah, a lot of stuff to do, a lot of gear to test, a lot of fun to have, so stick around. All right, so while I'm waiting for a group of cyclists that are in the parking lot to pull away, I'll go ahead and show you one of the guns that I'm going to be testing out. Actually, there's two just like it. It's the Smith & Wesson 5906. Very excited to test out. I do have two of these, but like I said, I've got a group of cyclists just over there, all packing up. And so I'm waiting for them to leave so I can get out the AR. And I also have a Condor plate carrier that I want to start working with and get used to training and shooting with. Unfortunately, I forgot my universal holster, so I'm just going to have to shoot the pistols separate because I'm not going to have anything to hold those. A little bummed about that, but oh, also this pack tested out, also given to me by Lionheart Outdoors. It's the Mil-Spec Monkey Tactical Tailor. Hopefully you can read that collaboration, called the Adapt Pack. I've been using this since before Christmas every day as an EDC bag, and so far it's done outstanding with that. So I'm going to use this in conjunction with the plate carrier just to get everything out there. That's not an ideal setup, but it's what I got for now. And I'm not sure how far I'm gonna have to go. I did see a backpacker going out that way and a small family cycling this way, but the kids were really small, so I can't imagine they'll be out very long. But just waiting for the cyclists to leave, because I don't want to be pulling out rifles and targets and all that kind of stuff, plate carrier, while they're looking at me like I'm trying to start World War III when I'm really just have some paper that I'm angry at and want to put some holes in. All right, hopefully they won't be too much longer. I think I said earlier we're supposed to get to 60 degrees today. I'm not sure if it's going to do that, because with the wind it's staying fairly cold. While I was processing wood, I took this off and was fine. But as soon as I was just sitting around eating some snacks waiting for these guys, started to get a little chilly again. But time will tell. I guess we'll see. And yeah, can't wait to get out there and start slinging some lead. All right, well, that absolutely took forever. Not only were there a large group of cyclers just hanging out in the parking lot where my car was, taking forever, some left, some cycled off. But then more people were coming in, more people going. And then when the people in the parking lot left, it was like, sweet, and trying to get all my stuff out and get ready. And then what happened to, hold on. How's it going?
Good. There's gonna be 3 more people coming.
Okay, thanks. Sweet. Alright, so group of people just passed. But yeah, just as the people in the parking lot left, these 2 girls pulled up on mountain bikes right beside where I was camping. And then one decided to start giving the other one mountain biking lessons back and forth right beside the campsite. They're still going. I finally just said, screw it, I need time, because it's already 2:05, and obviously it's going to start getting dark a lot earlier, and I need time to get to where I'm going and to be able to shoot. I mean, that was literally, I think, at least an hour I was waiting, if not longer. But I'm still outside. It's still good weather. As you can see, Matilda, this right here is the lid from the Kelty pack that I've been using. You can use it as a waist pack. I was going to have it on the back, but I've got the adapt pack on the back. I did have my trauma kit attached to the back, but I just put it in the adapt pack so that I could wear the adapt pack. That was complicated. At least till I get to where I'm going to be shooting. Put a little jacket in there, the one I was wearing earlier, just in case on the way back it starts to get cold. But with wearing all this, I don't see it happen. I mean, it might get cold. I don't see me getting cold. But we'll see. I'm fairly cold natured, so you never know. All right, I got to start getting some distance in, so I'll get back to you when I get there. All right, so here we go with the first Smith & Wesson. Like I said, I have 2. Gonna take the first shots, just gonna look for accuracy first, then just play around with a little bit. These were supposed to come with 2 10-round magazines. Each one only had 1, so I'll just have to get the one out of the other gun to keep going, but here we go. Sorry about the image, but I actually had to hand the camera from a tree branch because I didn't have my tripod with me. All right. I'm hitting a bit low. that single action trigger is really nice. As you can see, perfect function. Let me get the other one. All right, now we're gonna do this one from double action. So we'll see what that trigger's like. It's the same gun. There's two different versions, so the trigger will be the same. That was surprising. Double action is smooth, very smooth. So much so that it's such a long but smooth trigger pull. That second one, when it went to single action, really surprises me. So, all right, so this one will be single action. Can't remember which one I just grabbed, if it was the one that's shooting high or low. The first one was shooting a little low, the second one's shooting a little high. Could just be me, but we'll see. Target's moving. All right, this is what I'm shooting, just a little bit high. And that shoots nice though. Now this one does have a decocker, so we're going to shoot from double action for a first shot. Target's blowing around. Helps if you cock it. Alright, so double action. Well, let me shoot the other target because that one won't stop blowing. This one's definitely shooting low. Very low. I just shot it down. Alright, so this one shooting very low, but these sights are adjustable. Looks like for windage and elevation in the rear. So the guy who owns them, I'll let him shoot them for himself and then figure out what he wants to do. Single action, double tap. That works. I haven't shot in a couple of months and I can feel it. All right, mag dump test. It works. Gotta thank you to my buddy who let me borrow these. That's a fun gun to shoot. I definitely like it. I would definitely recommend it if you're into hammer fired guns. Like I said, that double action trigger is long, heavy, but breaks clean. And then the single action, let's just see it this way. Little take up. Let's do that again. Little take up. Embrace clean, but that's light. That single action is actually really light. Even though there's some travel there, I'm impressed with it. I like it. All right, now to the AR. Okay, just gonna do some warm-up shots with the AR. I have 55 grain Wolf steel case in here. Inexpensive, but it's been running, so that's all I really care about. All right. My targets are just blowing in the wind. Just kind of shooting at the log. Blew the target over the log. All right, I'll just pick 2 spots on it. It's not a tumor. Alright, so battery's close to dying, I think. I have another one in my pocket, but what did I learn today while shooting? Because every camping trip, every hiking trip, every shooting trip, I want to learn something. So first lesson, don't go so long again without shooting. I normally go at least once or twice a month, every time, because I do it at least every time I go camping. Then I also go to an indoor shooting range that's near my house on occasion. So I can definitely feel a bit rusty, even though it hadn't been a real long time. So obviously shows what a perishable skill it is. I wanted to move in different directions. My past videos, I was just walking straight towards the target. This time I wanted to do side, a little bit of backwards movement, changing position like kneeling. I wanted to do prone, but the ground just wasn't going to allow for it because it was just really muddy everywhere because it's been raining so much. But not worried about the handguns too much because one was shooting high, one was shooting low. So I know it had to be, the sights needed to be adjusted. I know one of them was never shot because when I looked at it, I mean, there was no wear on it at all. And the other one, very little, if any. I mean, maybe one magazine or something, but hadn't been shot much. So wasn't really worried about the shooting with that just because it wasn't going to be great just because the sights were off. But then, of course, getting used to a double action, single action trigger like that. Hopefully, a buddy of mine had let me borrow his FNX 45. And I shot that some, carried it for a while. Believe it or not, for a double stack 45, it's more carryable than you think. I was impressed at how well it concealed and how well it shot. I mean, I could put 15 rounds, which was a full magazine, into about a 2.5 to 3 inch hole at 7 yards. So I'm kind of impressed with that, with my ability at this point. They are, you know, it's just getting back into the weapon system, manipulating again, because I haven't been doing dry firing with it at home, which that's another thing. Dry fire as much as you can. That'll help tremendously. I always notice every time I do it at my house, next time I go to the range, there's immediate improvement. So that, and I need to get to a place where I can have target stands and still move and shoot, because Uwari out here has a rifle range and a pistol range, but you can't move and shoot. I mean, you can rapid fire, double tap, that kind of thing, unlike the indoor ranges near my house, but you're still just bullseye shooting. You're still not really practicing. I mean, it's better to do that than nothing, I guess, but I need to find a place where they allow movement. All right, I will be back at camp soon. Switch out the batteries, and I'm gonna eat soon. I'm hungry. Got some lasagna for tonight, and then just sit and relax, listen to some music by the fire once it gets dark. All right, back to you. All right, so on the menu for tonight is lasagna. I've got the water getting ready to boil, so can't wait for that to get done so I can eat. Then, of course, I'm gonna have to start taking some gear to the car. I don't need the rifle and what you call it, plate carrier. And this pack out here, I'm just charging up the iPod still, so I can eventually unhook it and just let it play. But oh yeah, I'm ready to eat. There we go. Now, I do have to consider the fact that everything out here has been getting rained on endlessly for several months. Definitely the last month. December was the worst. But it just off and on all the time. Well, the food is done, the fire is going. Already started eating a minute ago. This lasagna by Mountain House is just outstanding. If you haven't had it, this is one you definitely have to try. And this one actually fills me up. I've had multiples that you're satisfied when you're done eating it, but you're definitely not full, so you definitely need usually something else to go with it, whether it be a dessert or just some snacks. But this one, man, outstanding. As you can see, that other fire starter, because it's fat wood, I'm telling you, I just Love using fat wood. It's so easy. It works every time. Very little work that you have to do with it. And it's natural. I just love stuff like that. The easier my life is making a fire, happier it is. All right. I am 100% sure you don't want to just sit here and watch me eat. So I'll keep messing with it a little bit on the fire, because this is a spot where you got to get enough heat so it starts burning down. So I'll throw some more smalls on there, and then just keep on eating. All right, get back to you in a minute. All right, everybody, I'm probably going to be going to bed soon. I have let the fire down. I'm going to kill it in just a minute. Changed into what I'm going to be wearing to sleep in, and so going to be going to bed soon, and I will see you in the morning. All right, so in case you can't tell, woke up this morning and it is really cold. Had to put my phone and my camera in my pockets to heat the batteries up, because cold and batteries do not work very well. But I will tell you, really like the tent. Only one major downside. I mean, obviously you can tell from looking at the height of it, it is not a very tall tent. So if you're going to get changed, it's much easier to do it outside of the tent than it is inside the tent. But once I got in it, I'll tell you, I was so warm and toasty. I slept in a down vest and this Under Armour hoodie, along with these black nylon pants that have the military lightweight polypropylenes. Same with the shirt. But I was really warm in there. There was some condensation that formed on the outside of the tent. Very minimal on the inside. But the distance between that and the mesh, definitely kept it off of me. But I didn't realize how cold it was until I got out, that I was like, holy crap. Had to go get my gloves out of the car. Started me boiling some water so I can have a cup of coffee, which is something I never normally do when I go out camping in the mornings, because usually I'm just starting to pack up, but I'm not that cold that I need it. Today, I need it. Yeah, I mean, it's probably in the 30s, at least mid 30s. How did I sleep? I slept from 10 to 2 really well, and then had to use the bathroom. So I got up, was really cold, and of course I was wide awake. So I started the fire up again, sat there for a little while, probably till about 3, went back to bed, woke up at 7:30. And like I said, I was so warm I actually didn't want to get out, so I just kind of laid there for a few minutes. But now it's going to be time to pack it all up and head home. But I had a lot of fun. It was so awesome being back out again since it's been a few months. Hope you have enjoyed the video, and let me know what you would like to see in the future, because I'm going to start changing some things up. Like I said, camping with a tent, I want to start doing more cooking while I'm out. Let me know if there's anything that y'all would like to see me do. I definitely want to improve. Cooking is huge. I definitely want to start doing better at that. Trying out more stuff tent related, more sleeping pads. The one I had worked fairly well. Definitely better in a hammock, which is what I'm used to. But yeah, other type of systems that you want to see, just let me know. And in the meantime, guys, be prepared, have fun.